what does this word value actually mean? Well, the first thing we can say about value is it's not fixed. I know, just as an example, I've got this handsome umbrella here. How much value has it got? Well, if we're in the middle of a drought, it's probably got a lot less value than if it's pouring with rain. You know, a glass of water is worth a lot more to someone who's thirsty than someone who isn't. So value is determined by the customer and by the circumstances of the customer. That's good news for us in selling, because it means we can, to some degree, influence how value is seen. The other thing is, value has always got two components. There's what you get and what you have to pay. And if you think, I got more than I paid, then you feel you've got value. If you feel that you paid more than you got, then you feel you were rooked, you were cheated somewhere. But what this says is there's two different ways in sales in which we can create value for customers. If we say the new role of selling is value creation, we can reduce the cost, or we can increase the benefits, or a combination of the two. And where you come on that mix has become crucially important to success today. So another element of value is the customer writes you a check. And I like that because when I'm a professor in my spare time, you know, and I tend to think in very abstract ways. So when I started working on these ideas, I'd say to salespeople that the big shift is you're no longer a value communicator, you're becoming a value creator. And they'd say, yes. And I'd realize this wasn't clicking. So how do you get ordinary salespeople understanding what it means to be a value creator when you sell? Well, that's the test. If you're a value creator, the customer will pay for it. So if you make a sales call and you genuinely create value, the test of the sales call is, would the customer have written you a check for the call you made? Now, I really like that. It's incidentally a very fine coaching tool to be able to call a salesperson and say, this important meeting you're going to this afternoon, why would they write us a check for it? Forces people to think about the value they create. I recommend it as a very simple tool, but a very, very useful one. So let's think about this. Let me put the test to you, and then I'll show you some research on this fairly big study. What are the things that we do while we're selling that are so valuable that customers will write us a check?